Welcome to today's water mandala flow. For anybody here who is new to Mandala Vinyasa yoga, it's a beautiful Vinyasa style yoga practice based in the 4 elements. We have our fire, our air, our earth, and our water mandala. Each element corresponding to a different part of the body that we'll be stretching, and also a very different energy. So our water mandala is all about the hips. We're going to be getting nice and juicy into the hips, nice deep open stretches. Release some of that stored tension, some of that stored emotion that we carry in our bodies. So let's come to find a comfortable lay down position on the mat. When you feel ready, you might want a couple of blocks for today's practice. As always with our mandala flow, we are going to begin in stillness. Come to lay flat on the back and start to focus the attention onto the breath. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. The first couple of minutes, giving ourselves that time and that space to drop into the mat, wherever you're practicing from today. Beginning to notice where you're breathing from. The breath is already quite relaxed, or if you feel the breath is a little shorter or sharper, let's begin to aim to send the breath deeper. Inhaling all the way into the belly and using the exhale to soften, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the jaw. Let's take a few more rounds here, breathing in and breathing out. Last 2, breathing in, breathing out. Final 1, in and exhale. We're going to come into our Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly, bringing the soles of the feet to touch and letting the knees open towards the side. You can place your hands on top of your belly for that little bit of feedback through the breath. As you inhale, think about breathing into where the hands are located. Belly rises, tummy button lifts. And as you exhale, pull that navel in towards the spine, relaxing the lower back onto the mat. If this feels pretty intense for your hips, you can use a couple of blocks underneath the outer thighs. A little bit more support. Holding here for 1 minute. And letting the body, the mind melt into a deeper level of presence, of awareness with each cycle of breath. Breathing in. Breathing out. Running through a little mental scan of the body, starting at the crown of the head and making your way down through the shoulders, down the spine and into the lower back, and then down through the hips, the glutes, all the way down the legs until you arrive in the soles of the feet. Checking in, how's your body feeling today? How's your energy feeling? Where are you holding on to tightness, to tension? Try and release a little bit more with each exhale. We'll take our last few breaths here in our butterfly, breathing in, breathing out. Let's take your hands either side of the outer thighs, bring the knees in towards center and hug both knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze and rock left to right on the lower back. We're going to start to move towards our happy baby. Hands are either hooking the outer edges of the feet or fingertips hooking the big toes. relaxing lower back, shoulders onto the mats. And we're aiming at guiding the knees perhaps just a couple of centimeters closer to the armpits. Starting to stretch and activate through the inner thighs, breathing in and breathing out. We're going to have 5 more breaths here. Think about relaxing the body and a little more. Relax those shoulders. When we start to think of the water elements, the energy of the water elements, it's a very creative, nurturing energy. If you are somebody who connects more with the water elements, usually you'll be someone who is a little more connected to their emotions. Generally always know exactly how they feel. Somebody who's often empathetic, creative. Let's take a couple more breaths here. Last one. Releasing the soles of the feet. Bring the hands behind the knees and take a little rock and roll along the spine. Maybe the second or third one brings you up into your seat. From your seat, hands behind the body, bring the soles of the feet to the mat. We're going to open the hips through a little windscreen wiper. Drop the knees to the right. As you breathe in, slowly bring them through center. Exhale, take it across the body to the left. We'll do one more on each side, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. This time you're going to follow with the torso, breathing in through center. Exhaling to the right. We are twisting, looking over right shoulder. Take an inhale to lengthen through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, walk the hands to the back of the mat, coming to lay down. 3 breaths. Lengthening through the sides of the body. In. Exhale. 2 more. Last one. Walk those hands back in, lift the torso. Take an inhale, bring the knees through center. As you exhale, over to the left. This time following with the torso, twisting to the left. Take an inhale to lengthen through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, walk the hands to the back of the mat, coming to lay down for 3 breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. That inhale is creating length through the sides of the body. Breathing in. And out. Last one here. Walk those hands back in, lift the torso up. Take your time. We're going to take a little rock forwards into our all fours tabletop. Hands are under the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. Let's take a little cat and cow, warming up the spine, breathing in, drop the belly to the cow. Exhale, press through the heels of the hands, drop the chin to the chest, round the back towards the cat. We'll take 2 more of those in your own time, breathing in. And breathing out. I want the breath to be what guides this movement. As you take the inhale, that's when you move towards the cow. And as you exhale, we curl and contract the spine, moving towards the cat. Let's meet in our neutral spine. Take a breath in, tuck the toes under. As you exhale, lift the hips high. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downwards facing dog for 5 breaths. Take your time to ease into this shape, a shape we will be coming to a lot throughout the practice. Knowing that if at any point it feels too much or too intense, you can always drop the knees, sit back onto the heels and come to your child's pose, Balasana. Let's take a few more breaths in our down dog, maybe pedaling the feet, bending one knee, bending the other. Holding for our last breath here. Slowly making our way to the front of the mat, baby steps, 1 foot after the other. We are arriving at the front of the mat in our Uttanasana forwards fold. Take a breath in, halfway lift the chest, breathe in. Take a breath out, pouring belly over the thighs. Uttanasana, fold. One more time, breathing in, halfway left, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold it forwards. Uttanasana, grab a hold of each opposite elbow for your ragdoll. Letting the upper body gently sway side to side. Last breath here. Let's release the elbows, press through the feet, bend the knees and gently roll up. Taking your time to arrive in our standing Tadasana mountain pose. Let's roll the shoulders, breathing in, lift them up towards the ears. Breathing out, squeeze the shoulder blades together down the back. One more time, breathing in. And breathing out. This time, inhale, lift both arms up high. Look past the thumbs. Breathing out, bring the hands to your heart center. Through breaths of stillness, let's close over the eyes, relax the shoulders. Make sure that weight is distributed evenly between the big toe, the little toe, and the heel. Holding for here. If you like to work with intention in your yoga practice, maybe bringing an intention relevant to the practice, something you'd like to invite a little more of into your week ahead. On the next inhale, we'll blink open the eyes, beginning our Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, rise up, look past the thumbs, Urdhva. Hold it forward as you exhale for your Uttanasana. Breathing in, Ardha Uttanasana, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands and step it back to a plank. Take an inhale here, dome the shoulders. As you exhale, drop the knees, the chest and the chin towards the mat. Breathing in for your left, either cobra or upwards facing dog. And exhale, take it back for your downwards facing dog. We begin our mandala. As you breathe in, lift the right leg high, 3-leg dog. As you breathe out, lizard, step the right foot outside the right hand. Inhale, lower the arms, jaguar, swipe the chin across the floor and lift the heart space. Exhale, skandasana to the back of the mat, bend the left leg, flex the right toes. As you inhale, lizard, turn to the back, breathe in. Exhale, step that left leg back through your vinyasa, either chaturanga dandasana or knees, chest and chin. Breathing in for your upwards facing dog, back bend, lift the heart space, squeeze the shoulders. Exhale, take it back for your downwards facing dog, holding here for one breath, breathing in, breathing out. Let's repeat. Inhale, lift the right leg high, 3-leg dog. Exhale, lizard, step the right foot outside the right. Jaguar, bend the elbows. Inhale, lift the heart space. Exhale, turn to the front, skandasana, bend the left leg, flex the right toes. Lizard, turn to the front of the mat, inhale. Exhale, step that left foot back through your vinyasa. Letting the breath guide the movement, breathing in for upwards facing dog. Exhale, take it back for your downwards facing dog, holding here. One breath, breathe it in. Breathe it out. Now we know our mandala, repeating on the left leg. On the next inhale, lift the left leg high, 3-leg dog. Exhale, step the left leg outside, lizard. Breathing in, bend the elbows, jaguar, lift the heart space, squeeze the shoulders. Exhale, turn to the back for your skandasana, flex those left toes. Breathing in, lizard, turn to the back, lift the heart space. Breathing out through chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, upwards facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downwards facing dog. Left leg again, repeat, inhale. Exhaling for lizard. Inhale, bend the elbows, jaguar. Exhale to the back, skandasana, to the front rather, skandasana. Inhale, lizard, plant both hands, look forwards. And exhale, let's step it back through vinyasa. Breathing in, up dog. Breathing out, downwards facing dog. We hold for 5 breaths. Press those heels of the hands into the ground. Lift those hips higher. Rather than thinking about heels to the ground, let's think about straight spine. Sometimes bending the knees will give you that space to be able to move straighter. Make sure there's no tension in the neck for 2 more breaths. Last one here. We'll use the next breath to transition to the top. As you breathe in, lift up onto the tiptoes. As you exhale, bend the knees, sit back and look forwards. Take a big step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift the chest. Exhale, pouring belly over thighs, fold it forwards. Root to rise, reach the arms all the way up. Inhale. And exhale, bring the hands to your heart center. We hold in stillness for 3 breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. Relax those shoulders. Breathing in. Breathing out. We close our mandala 1. Last breath. And exhale. Starting mandala 2, as you breathe in, lift the arms, Urdhva Hastasana. Folding forwards, exhale for Uttanasana. Breathe in, Ardha Uttanasana, lift forwards halfway. Breathe out, plant the hands, let the float jump back through your vinyasa. Inhale brings you to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, up dog. Exhale takes it back, down dog. We're going to begin to add some pulses, some holds into that same sequence. Use the next breath in, begin with the right leg, reach it high for your 3-leg dog. Exhale, step it outside that right hand for your lizard. As you inhale, jaguar, lift the heart space. We are pulsing to pyramid. Exhale, straighten that right leg, folding over, flex the right toes. Inhale, come back towards your jaguar. Drop the chin, lift the heart space, breathe in. Exhale, pyramid, straighten the right leg, flex the toes and fold forward. 3 more. Breathing in, come forward, jaguar. Exhaling, Purvattanasana, pyramid. Last 2. Inhale, really getting into those hips, through your lizard into jaguar. Exhale, take it back for your pyramid. Last 1. Breathing in. And breathing out. We'll continue our flow. Inhale, back to your jaguar. Turning to the back, exhale, Skandasana. Drop the hands to the mat. We pulse the chest. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, fold. Forehead to the mat. Continue, breathe in, lift. Exhale to fold. 3 more times. Feeling into that right inner thigh. Inhale. And exhale. For 2. Last 1. Use the next inhale, turn to the back for your lizard, hands inside the left foot. And exhale, we step it back through vinyasa. Breathe in for your up dog. Breathe out, downwards facing dog. Continue with that right leg. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, step to the back of the mat for your lizard. Breathing in, jaguar. Exhale, pyramid. We hold here for 5 breaths. If you need blocks underneath the hands, if the ground feels a little far away, you can place your hands onto 2 blocks. We are thinking about pulling the right hip back in space, left hip forward so the hips are square. Flex those right toes and fold over the right leg, holding for 3. For 2. Last 1. As you inhale, drop back towards your lizard, bend the front knee. Exhale, continue Skandasana to the front of the mats. Breathing in, lizard, turn to the front. Breathing out, step it back through vinyasa. We continue, inhale for upwards facing dog. Squeeze those shoulders together. Exhale, take it back, downwards facing dog. Take a full breath in your down dog, little reset. And exhale. Left leg continues as you inhale, lift the left leg high, 3-leg dog. Exhale, step the left foot outside that left hand for your lizard. Inhale, jaguar. Exhale, pyramid. Straighten that left leg, folding over. Breathing in, jaguar, come forward for your pulse. Breathing out, Purvattanasana, pyramid. Use the blocks if you need. 3 more breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. for 2. Trying a little deeper with each round. Last one. And as you inhale, come forward back to Jaguar. Exhale, turn to the back for Skandasana. Breathing in, Lizard. Exhale, take it through Vinyasa. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, up dog. Exhale, downwards facing dog. We continue with the left leg, breathing in, lift the left leg high. Breathing out, lizard to the back of the mat. Inhale for your Jaguar. Exhale, pyramid. We hold, breathing for 1. And exhale, breathing for 2. And exhale, breathing for 3. Exhale, pull that left hip back for 4. Exhale, last one here. And exhale, ripple forwards back to your Jaguar, breathe it in. Turn to the front of the mat, Skandasana, and breathe it out. We pulse, drop the hands to the mat, inhale lift. Exhale, fold, keep those left toes flexed, 4 more, breathing in. Breathing out. For 3. Exhale. For 2. Exhale. Keep squeezing that right knee out to the side. Last one. And exhale. Inhale, turn to the front for your lizards. Stepping it back as you exhale through Chaturanga Dandasana. Hug those elbows in, breathing in, lift the heart space, up dog. Breathing out, downwards facing dog. This is where we have our 3 options. Either 5 breaths in your downwards facing dog, 5 breaths in your Balasana child's pose if you feel like your energy is a little more there this morning, or 5 breaths of playtime, inversions, whatever inversion of your choice that you prefer to come into, headstand, handstand, forearm stand. Taking it there now. 5 breaths. Last one. Drop the knees, come to your child's pose. Two more breaths here. Last one. Making our way back to our downwards facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. Transitioning to the front, rise up on the tiptoes, inhale. Sit back to the heels, look forward, exhale. Stepping or floating to the front, breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, fold it forwards. Inhale, root to rise, reaching up, Uddhva. Exhale, hands to heart center, Tadasana. 3 breaths, relaxing the shoulders. 2 more breaths. Last one. And exhale. A final one, let's breathe in, lift the arms up, Uddhva. Folding forwards as you exhale, Uttanasana. Breathing in, halfway left, Ardha Uttanasana. Plant the hands, take it back through Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Breathing in, upwards facing dog. Breathing out, downwards facing dog. Mandala 3, inhale, lift the right leg high, 3-leg dog. Exhale, step it towards your lizards. Holding here 3 breaths. Your options, you can drop the back knee if that feels better, or keep that back toe tucked, knee lifted, and shuffle the weight forwards and backwards. Breathing in, easing into that tightness in the hips, breathing out. 2 more. Last one. On the next inhale, Jaguar, bend the elbows, lift the heart space, reach forwards. Exhale for Skandasana to the back of the mat. Breathing in, come back to your lizard. Coming to our bind, 5 breaths. Take the left arm inside that left leg. Right arm comes behind the lower back. We are binding with the hands. Reaching, dropping the forehead closer to the mat. Pulling that left hip back in space, right hip forwards. Holding for 2 more breaths. Last one here. Release the bind, drop the right hand to the mat, lift the left arm high, open twists. Holding here for 3, sinking those hips a little lower, reaching that left arm up high for 2. Last one here, breathe it in for 1. And exhale. Slowly drop the left hand down, inhale, step that foot back to your plank. As you exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, upwards facing dog. Exhale, taking it back, downwards facing dog. To the back of the mat, right leg, inhale. Exhale for lizard. Holding here, 3 breaths. For 2. Last one. Take a breath in. Turn to the back of the mat, Skandasana, exhale. Inhale, turn to your lizard, open the heart space. We're coming to our birds of paradise. Tuck that left arm back into that bind. Coming underneath the left thigh. Right arm comes around the back. We slide the right foot towards the front of the mat. Press into the ground. And slowly lift that left side of your body up. Twisting that left shoulder open. Find that drishti, that focus point on the wall in front of you. And maybe start to squeeze open that left leg. Holding for 3. For 2. Last one. Let's slowly drop the left foot down. Step the right leg all the way back. Hands inside for your lizards. Use your exhale to move back through vinyasa. Inhale through upwards facing. Exhale takes you back, down dog. 1 full breath before we complete our mandala sequence on the left side. Use the next breath in, reach that left leg high, 3-leg dog. Exhale, step to the front of the mat, lizard. Breathing in, 3 breaths. Breathing out for 2. Last one. Breathing in here. Turning to the back of the mat, Skandasana, exhale. Turn to the back, lizard, inhale. Starting our bind, drop the right arm underneath. Coming in to the lower back. Left arm comes around the lower back to bind that right hand for 3 breaths. Everybody think about pulling the right hip back in space. Keep that bend into the right knee. The drishti, the focus point, is at the top of the mat. Breathing in, last one. And exhale. Release the bind, drop the hands inside, take it through vinyasa in your own time, meeting in our downwards facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Last side, let's inhale, reach that left leg high, 3-leg dog. Exhale, step it to the back, lizard. Holding here, 3 breaths, inhale. Exhale, drop onto that back knee if it feels better. Find a little movement, inhale. Exhale. Last one. Let's tuck the back toes, inhale. Turn to the front, exhale, Skandasana. Inhale, drop the right hand, left hand, lizards. Birds of paradise. Take that right arm underneath the right leg. come to bind the left hand behind the lower back. Shift the weight into the right leg and step that left foot forward. Step into the mat and slowly lift up. Squeezing that right shoulder back, wrapping the inner thigh out, and maybe lifting that right leg for 3, 4, 2. Find that steady focus point, last breath. And exhale, slowly drop the right leg down, step the left foot back. Left hand inside the right foot, open twist, reach that right arm up. Think about sinking the hips lower and actively lifting for 3, 4, 2. Last one. Drop the right hand down, step it back to your plank, inhale. Through Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Inhaling for your upwards facing dog. Exhale, take it back, downwards facing dog. Finishing our third mandala, how you please, 5 breaths. Either downwards facing dog, Balasana, child's pose, or any inversion of your choice, 5 breaths. Wherever you are going, we're going to take a minute to remind ourselves of that intention we brought into practice at the beginning of the start. Wherever you are for this 5 breaths, take a moment to remind ourselves of that intention we set at the start. 2 more breaths, you're upside down. Last one. Slowly, if you're upside down, making your way back down, Balasana, child's pose. 1 breath. Use the next inhale, round back up through your tabletop. Exhaling, take it to your downwards facing dog. Coming to the front of the mat, breathe in, lift up on the tiptoes. Breathe out, sit back to the heels, look forwards. Step or jump as you inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it forwards. Move root to rise, reaching the arms all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, bring those hands to your heart center, 3 breaths. Closing our final mandala. Stay with it, breathing in and breathing out. Little vinyasa, breathe in, lifts. We move to the standing sequence. Exhale to fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, take your vinyasa. Inhale through upwards facing. And exhale, we move to our downwards facing dog. Standing sequence, we are holding for 3 breaths. Inhale, starting with the right leg, lift the right leg high. Exhale, heel towards the bum, split open that down dog. I'm going to draw circles with that knee as you inhale, knee towards the belly. Exhale, open that leg out to the sides, drawing circles with the knee, 4, 2. Last one, really opening into that hip. Breathe in, lift the right leg high, straighten it, and exhale, step it in for your warrior 1. Plant the back heel, rising up, inhale. Exhale, cactus, open the arms like wings, binding behind the lower back. As you breathe in, pull the hands away, lift the heart space. We're coming to a humble warrior, folding the chest forward as you exhale. Right shoulder hooking inside that right knee. Looking down to the ground, letting the upper body melt forwards. Press through that back heel to keep this pose nice and active. Last breath here, breathing in. And breathing out. Pressing through the front foot, hands to the sitting bones, slowly rise up, back to warrior 1, inhale. Warrior 2, opening the hips to the long end of the mat as you exhale. 3 breaths, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Sink into that front knee and press through the pinky toe side of the back foot for 2 more breaths. Last one. Goddess pose to the long end. Turn the heels in, toes out, hands to your heart center. Tuck that core in, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and imagine you are sliding down a flat wall, wrapping those inner thighs outwards for 3, 4, 2. Last one. Inhale, slowly stand up, turning to the back, frame the front foot, slide that left leg high, 3-leg dog. Exhale, step to the front of the mat, coming to right knee in towards the chest. Find that balance. Hug that right knee close. We're circling the knee from our standing. Take that leg as wide as you can. Really ease into that hip flexor for 1, 4, 2. Finding that balance, focusing on something that's not moving. Last breath here for 3. And exhale, bring it into center, breathe in. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, kick the right leg back, drop the left hand to the ground or to a block, and lift the right arm, right leg up towards the ceiling. Drishti is up if that feels stable for 3, 4, 2. Last one. Standing split, look down, drop the right hand, square the hips, folding over that standing leg, squeezing that right leg higher for 3, 4, 2. Last one. And if handstand is in your practice and you'd like to try a little bunny hop from here, planting the hands down, shifting the weight into the hands and flying back. Take your time moving through vinyasa in your own pace. Exhaling, taking it back for downwards facing dog. We are facing the back of the mat. So we're going to do the left side, turning all the way around, eventually back to the front. 1 more breath in down dog. And as you breathe in, let's lift the left leg high, 3-leg dog. And kick the heel to the sitting bones. Taking those slow circles, knee towards the chest as you inhale. Circling that left leg open as you exhale. 2 more, breathing in. Breathing out. Last one. And exhale. Inhale, re-straighten the left leg, 3-leg dog. Exhale, step it in for Virabhadrasana A, warrior 1. Plant the back heel, rise up, inhale. Exhale, cactus, open the arms, let's bind behind the lower back. As you breathe in, pull the arms away, left the heart space. Humble warrior as you exhale. Left shoulder inside that left knee for 3 breaths. Pressing through pinky toe side of the back foot. And pulling that left hip back in space for 2. And last one here. And slowly press through the front foot, rise up, inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, opening out to warrior 2. Hips are facing the long end of the mat, 3 breaths. Squeeze those shoulder blades in, sinking in. And look over the left middle finger for 2. 4, 1. Goddess pose, turn to the long end, heels are in, toes are out. This time hands are dropping to the knees for a little open variation. Breathe in, lift the heart space, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, drop the left shoulder to the middle, looking over the right. Back through center, inhale. Dropping right shoulder in, looking over left, exhale. 2 more, 2 more on each side, breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more on each side, breathing in. Breathing out. Letting the breath guide this movement. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Breathing in, lift up. Turning to the front. Exhale. Plant the hands either side of that right foot and step it back to your 3-leg dog. Exhale, plant the right foot between the hands. Shift the weight into that right leg and lift the left leg into your chest, hand to heart center. Moving tree, let's circle open that knee for 3, Find that steady focus point, breathing slowly to find balance for 2. Last one, holding here. Let's circle that leg for 1. Take the left leg back, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Lift the left arm and left leg up towards the ceiling for 3. For 2, really active through that top hand. The last one here for 1. Let's take the drishti, the focus down to the ground, standing split. Drop the hands, fold the belly over the thighs, and squeeze that left leg higher for 3. Folding over that front leg, 2 more breaths. Squeezing that left glute, lift it higher, open those hips. Last one. Taking it back, option for a little bunny hop through handstand. In your own time, moving through vinyasa, inhale through up dog. Exhale, meeting in our downwards facing dog. 2 more breaths. And last one, we are moving slowly towards our seated section. Right leg, inhale, lifts. Exhale, step between the hands and drop onto the back knee for Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Breathing in, lift up. Exhale, hands onto that front knee. Rather than sinking into flexibility here, think about activating, squeezing the mat together and lifting through the lower belly. Breathing in, breathing out. You want to be feeling the stretch on the hip flexor. 2 more breaths. Lift the arms up if that feels steady. Relax the shoulders. Last one here, breathing in. And as you exhale, drop the hands, frame that front foot. So we're moving to our half splits, half Hanumanasana. Walk the hands back and flex those right toes, folding over the right leg. Moving, flowing between these 2 asanas with your breath. Inhaling to come forwards, reaching the heart space up, squeezing the shoulders together. Exhaling, walk the hands back, flex those right toes and fold, Ardha Hanumanasana. We're going to do that 3 more times in your own pace, breathing in to come forwards. And exhaling to move back, really getting into those hips. 2 more times, breathing in. And breathing out. Last one. This time we're holding in that half Hanumanasana, 5 breaths. Either stay here, or if you're working towards full Hanumanasana, full splits, walk the hands in and start to slide that right leg forwards. Maybe using blocks underneath your hand for support. So you've got 5 breaths. Think about slightly pulling the right hip back and left hip forward so we are square. Rather than sinking in, slight lift. Keep it active. 2 more breaths. Final one. Coming out slowly, let's slide that right leg back all the way to join the left leg at the back of the mat. Tabletop, all 4s. Inhale, reach the right leg back, nice and active. Exhale, tap the knee towards the nose. Inhale, reach it back. This time we're coming to our gate pose. Right leg comes out 90 degrees on the mat beside you, pressing into that pinky toe side of the foot. As you breathe in, lift the chest, look forwards. And as you breathe out, walk the hands, come to rest on that forehead. The right inner thigh as well as the shoulders. If you're not getting the inner thigh stretch, root down through that baby pinky toe side foot for 2 more breaths. Taking our last one here. Gently hands back in, lifting the chest up. Little twist, inhale, reach the right arm high. Exhale, thread the needle, right arm comes underneath. Left arm is sliding to that top left corner of the mat. The right leg is still in our gate pose, out to the side, rooting into the outer edge of the foot for 2 more breaths. Last one. Slide the left hand under left shoulder, press into the mat to lift up, and bring that right leg to join the left. We're going to take that all on the other side, Anjaneyasana. Inhale, lift the left leg back. Exhale, tap the knee to the nose and stand to that left foot near the front of the mat. So you need to shuffle it forwards. Inhale, lift up. Anjaneyasana, low lunge, hands onto the front knee until we find our balance. So again, rather than just sinking to flexibility, think lift, squeeze the mat together, actively lift, and feel that hip flexor stretch on the right. Once we find that stability, then the arms can lift up, simultaneously reaching high, but also relaxing the shoulders. 2 more breaths. Tucking the core in. And slowly drop the hands, frame that front foot. Inhale, slight lift of the chest, look forwards. Exhale, walk the hands back, flex left toes for Ardha Hanumanasana. Folding over that left leg. Let's continue 4 more. Inhale back to your Anjaneyasana, look forwards. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits, flex left toes, folding over. Continue this movement for 3. You're almost thinking cat and cow with chests. Exhale. Lifting forwards, inhale. Rounding back, exhale. Holding in our half splits. 5 breaths. If you're working towards full splits, Hanumanasana, slide that left foot forwards. Find that length. Maybe use blocks underneath the hands. 5 breaths. Think about directing that inhale into wherever you're most feeling the tension here for 2 more. Last one. Slowly press into the mat, slide the left leg back, all the way back to join the right. Inhale, take the left foot back, really active. Exhale, tap the knee to the nose, curling that spine. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, this time left foot out to the side, 90 degrees. Press through that pinky toe side, lift the heart space, chest as you inhale. And as you exhale, walk the hands forward, come to rest on the forehead. 3 breaths. Keep pressing through the outer edge of that left foot. Feel that active stretch in the inner thigh on the left side for 2. Last one. Let's walk those hands in. Lift the chest for our thread the needle, little twist. Inhale, reach the left arm high. Exhale, thread the needle. Place the outer edge of that left arm onto the ground and slide the right hand to the top right corner of the mat. Little bit of fire within our water element today. 2 more. Last one. Slide the right hand back, push into the mat, lift yourself up. And bring that left leg back into center. We are coming to our frog pose. Take the knees out as wide as feels okay. You might want to widen or turn to the long end of your mat. So take the knees out as wide as they can go. Your shins, your calves are coming at a 90-degree angle from the knees and the feet are flexed. You should start to feel this already on the hips. We're going to drop onto the forearms. We are holding for 1 minute. As you shift the weight forwards towards the hands, this will take a little pressure off the stretch. To intensify, you're sinking the hips slightly further back towards the ankles. Decide where that sweet spot is for you, where you're getting that deep opening into the hips. And then continue to breathe. Closing over the eyes, slowing down the breath as we move back from the yang towards the more yin aspect of our mandala flow. Coming back to your original intention. Breathing in, breathe that air into wherever feels like it needs a bit more space in the body. And use the exhale to visualize some of that tension, that tightness melting away. At any point you want to move deeper, sliding those hips, maybe just a couple of millimeters further back towards the ankles. Last few breaths here. You can do it. It's an intense pose, but it's going to feel really good after, making all that space into the hips. It can really be a point of the body where we hold on to a lot of stored emotion and stored tension. So getting into these juicy, deep yin hip opening stretches is a beautiful way to start to unravel some of that held emotion, held tension. Last breath here. We're going to come out of this really slowly together. Shift the weight forwards towards the forearms, nice and slowly. Bring the feet to touch behind you. And then walk the hands in, coming to sit back onto the heels. Slide your knees a little closer together. And either 5 breaths in your seated meditation or sit back onto the heels for child's pose, whatever feels better in your body. Yin asana. Great to practice. Up. Sit to one side and bring the legs out straight. We are coming to a supported back bend. Come to lie flat on the mats. If you have a block, you're going to slide the block underneath your lower back. Bring the soles of the feet flat into the mats, really close towards the body so you can graze the ankles with the fingertips. Press through the soles of the feet and start to lift the lower back off the mats. Sliding that block underneath, just at that flat bit right at the base of the spine, and resting the body in. If you don't have your block, you can use your hands, bringing the palms of the hands onto the lower back. If you're onto that block, you can walk the feet out, resting onto the heels. A little bit trickier if you've not got a block. And again, if you're onto that block, let's take the arms out either side, like in a T shape. Open the chest for 3 more breaths. 4, 2. And last one. Press through the soles of the feet, lift the hips a little higher. Remove that block or your hands and come down slowly, pressing vertebra by vertebra of the spine into the mats. Final asana before a final shavasana. Taking our legs up straight. If you're near a wall, you can take your sitting bones close to the wall and reach the legs up straight so they're resting onto the wall and you're holding no weights. If you don't have a wall, simply just take the legs up straight, relax. No need to straighten them or flex the toes. Just bring softness in here. Palms are beside the body, facing up. 5 breaths. Let's begin to release the legs, drop them back down to the mats. Take the legs out straight. We are moving to our final shavasana. If there's any other movements you would like to take, any final twists or happy babies or anything else, shoulder stands, then now's your time. When your body feels ready, making your way to final shavasana. Releasing any last bits of control for these last few minutes. No pranayama, no breath control, simply letting the breath ebb and flow to its natural rhythm. No more muscle control, relaxing every part of the body in turn. those practicing at home, feel free to pause the video or just continue in as long a Savasana as you like. This is where the magic happens, where you integrate the practice, the breath, the movement, and where you feel those shifts, those energetic changes and tensions. If you're moving, coming with me, we're going to start to bring a little bit of movement back into the body, becoming aware of your external surroundings, maybe taking the head side to side on the mats. On the next breath in, let's reach the arms up and overhead. Inhale. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest one last time, wrapping the arms tightly and giving yourself a squeeze, a moment of gratitude for your body, for guiding you through today's practice. Enjoying the magic and the journey. In your own time, we'll make our way up to a seated position. Ready to close our practice together with a final few breaths. Breathing in, let's lift the arms up and overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, bring that Anjali Mudra into the heart center, all that intention. Inhale, thumbs towards the third eye. And we'll close practice by bowing forwards together. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to practice with me. Hope you enjoyed today's water mandala. All of our elements are very different, so if you enjoyed it, have a little go at one of the others and let me know how you get on. Thank you.